Good afternoon. I'm working on a song here. I was going to show you all around my Jim Kelley amp, give you a little tour of the amp, so to speak, as I'm working on this song. This is a 6v6 amp. It's got 4 6v6s in it. I have one of the later amps that was made under John Sewer. So I guess it's a, yeah, you see the JS Technologies on the faceplate there. So it's a Sewer Jim Kelley amp. I'm in 30 watt mode, so this is what's interesting. This is off in the middle, and then you've got 60 watts over here. That's all 4 power tubes on, I believe, and then 30 watts, it just cuts the power in half. I don't know if it still uses all 4 power tubes or if it's literally removing 2 from the output section. The amp has 2 speaker outputs on the back. It's got an 8 ohm out and a 4 ohm out. Well, when I'm in 30 watt mode, those become 16 ohm and 8 ohm outs. So when I switch to 30 watt mode and I run into an 8 ohm cab, I'm in the 4 ohm tap. I hope that makes sense. So I'm running the Morgan 112 out of the garage. It's the same cab you hear all my amps through. 112 open back, ET65, Heil PR30 on it, through my Chandler TG2 direct into my Apollo Twin, into Pro Tools, and you're hearing the feed from Pro Tools. Here's the amp setting, gain at noon, treble at 6.5, bass at 3.5, reverb at 2. And there are pull functions for the gain, treble, and bass knobs. I have those all off right now. So this is what it sounds like. It's just really dynamic. So if I pull the gain knob out, it's a presence boost. Without the presence. With the presence. Then there's also a bright function. I think of this as like the bright switch on a Bassman. You know, not the 6G 6B Bassman that has the presence knob, but the later ones that have a bright switch or a presence switch. So I'll dial the treble back to 5 with the presence, with the bright switch pulled out. Presence gain switch is pushed back in. It just sounds great. It's super dynamic. Awesome. There's also a mid boost. I'll leave the, I don't like pulling the mid boost out by itself. I feel like it's a little heavy handed. So I'm going to leave the bright pulled out and then mid boost as well. Very cool. Whole time reverb's been on 2, which is at 9 o'clock. So let's go ahead and pull the presence knob out as well. I've got everything pulled out. Gain, treble, bass, all at noon. Presence, bright, mid-boost, all engaged. Bridge pickup. I just lighten up my right hand attack and it cleans up so great. Very cool, right? I think so. Let's go back to where I kind of live on the amp. So these switches are pushed back in. Bass back down to 3. Treble. When I have the bright switch out, I use the treble a little lower. So treble's at noon with the bright switch engaged. With it off, then I put the treble back to around 6:30 or so. So anyway, gain at noon, treble at noon, bright switch pulled out, bass at 3, reverb at 2. Now, there's one more sort of hidden feature of this amp, and it's got a boost that you can only access by plugging a foot switch into the boost jack on the back of it. So I've got my trusty foot switch here. This is a Boss FS5L. The L is for latching. It needs to be a latching foot switch. And I'm just using a regular 1/4" cable to connect it. Check this out. This is awesome. Let's turn the reverb off. Let's pull the presence and mid-boost back out. Keeping all knobs the same. Feels like it's got a little more high end than I kind of want to hear. So that's 30 watt mode, right? The speaker I'm running into is a 65 watt speaker, and something that I need to remember when I'm cranking my amps is that 30 watts, I'm pretty sure for all amps, that means that that's what it's putting out when it's clean. You know, a 50 watt Marshall, I think, is putting out something more like 85 watts when you have it turned up and it's, you know, nice and saturated and rock and roll, you know? So I don't know what this is putting out into my single 112 that I'm running it into. And it's really fun and it sounds great, but I'm going to turn it back down now. So on the song, I just want to put some sort of part that helps move the chorus along. And I've got some rhythm guitars that are just sort of playing power chords, kind of lower support, that'll probably be tucked way back in the mix. I want to put something on that's got a bit of movement, and I thought it might be cool to use my Univibe. I thought it might be cool to kind of simulate a Leslie thing, you know? So here comes a chorus. Let's see how this goes. I like that. I almost wonder if the Voodoo Vibe is too much. Can I try it in vibrato mode? You can really hear the throb of the vibrato at lower registers. I feel like the higher notes sort of mask it. So close. I think I got a thing. One more for execution. I like the front half of the phrase, but what's going on in the back half? That's it. Pocket. So instead of the dyad at the end of the phrase, I just chose to stay with the single note. I don't know, I feel like it's a little more haunting, and it's going to be tucked back. It's going to sound totally different in the mix, so we shall see. I will see y'all later. Bye.